Yo,
What's good, guys? What's up?
What's up? What's up?
How's everyone been? Chilling?
Good. Join this Tuesday night
Ready to
with the
kick it off?
homies. Yeah.
Okay. So welcome everyone for joining this week's episode of Geeked Out Live, hosted by me, Night Terrace, my co-host Emerald Knight, and Sid Vicious Toys. And if you're new to this show, we go through anything pop culture, toy related, and we just share, bounce off ideas and opinions, and basically just kick it and have some fun. So thanks for tuning in, and let's get the show started. So, any recent pickups? Anyone?
it's a dry week for me.
Dry week for
Really?
you?
Did you get something last week? I can't remember, or is it 2 weeks in a row?
No, it's been 2 consecutive weeks for me. I'm almost feeling like after the show, I'm gonna have to just purchase something, just conversation piece next week. No. But there are some things I wanted to pick up. But yeah, nothing's coming in that I
Yeah.
know of, and yeah, it's dry. What about you, John?
Well, do you got anything, KT? Because I got something, but
Yeah,
I
I know you
figured
have a
we'll wait.
big reveal. So,
Okay, you're the best
all
for
right.
last.
So I got from ZoloCon the Mythic
Oh,
Legion.
nice.
What, dude? I'm jelly.
I
They still
know,
have it up
man.
for
So
sale.
Huh?
they do?
Yeah, on their website. Just go on the website and buy it, and it's 100. I told you this, guys. I gave you guys the price and everything.
Dude, I can't keep up with that chat, man. It's like it's either
I'll,
you
I'll
like
I'll send the link. I'll send the link after we're done here. Hopefully, they
okay.
still have some in
Yeah.
stock.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Put
I'll
put it
open
on our
this
group
up.
chat, man.
Yeah.
Group chat,
So,
man. Put it on our group
anyways,
chat.
Skullman, the ZoloCon exclusive from Four Horsemen Studios. So let me
What's up,
crack this
Oz?
baby open. What's up, Oz?
Yeah. Yeah,
And then
Skullman
we
is amazing.
have, without me removing it,
Man,
Nice. You can really use that buck for a lot of other pieces too.
no, it's so cool and simple at the same time. I love the white.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah. Now Oz is in the chat, so Oz, please help me here because it's based on a it's a tribute figure to a Motu, not really Motu, but Motu themed. I guess it was like a
was it a
third
Motu
party or
knockoff?
knockoff. Yes. I do
It
not
was a knockoff.
remember the the brand or the the name. It might have been actually called Skullman from the actual figure, but the brand I can't remember what it was. But yeah, maybe if
Maybe the Warrior Beast? I mean, that's what it says on here. The Warrior Beast?
maybe maybe I do. I remember having the yeah. Oz said yes, Motu knockoff, and there was so many of those
Mhm.
back as a kid, man. Even the Remco AWA wrestlers back in the day, they
Yeah.
were kind of like knockoff He-Mans. I mean, they were kind of all buff and roided
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, so it is. It's called Warrior Beast. Skullman was the original figure. If you guys want to look that up.
Okay. Well, that was easy for them. They can just say, yeah, we'll just call it this, and
But
not
yeah,
Fisher
besides,
Rice.
It's
so
yeah,
yeah,
it's probably because it's a knockoff, right? So they could
Right.
just kind of
so
Exactly.
as you guys know, I collect the Necronomicus faction from Mythic Legion. So I was like, I need this guy in my collection. Actually, surprised. I actually forgot. I completely forgot about this guy because like, I think I inquired about it when ZoloCon was going on,
Mhm.
but then like, this is back when they were if you wanted one, you had to buy the price of a ticket, even if you
Yeah.
weren't going
Mhm.
to get one. And
Mm,
I was just like, I don't have to do that. And then recently, they just charge you straight up the money that I mean, it still equals the same amount as if you were to buy the ticket, but now they
yeah.
just charge you straight up. And I was like, okay, I'd rather just deal with that. That's a better frame of me purchasing versus me buying something I'm never gonna go to type of thing.
Yeah.
Um, but the exclusives from this one, they're now, from my understanding, Four Horsemen is gonna do a general release of this figure.
Okay.
However, he will not come with this head, and he will not come with the white hood. This is like a wired white little
Ah,
hood
okay.
that you can put on top. So it won't come with those two items. So I mean, they're not. This is it's something you can live with. Will live without. I'm sorry, but
Mhm.
for me, I've had every exclusive figure. Um, I'm sorry, every con exclusive figure, of the factions that I want. So I'm like, let me keep it in house of what I collect.
Well, I mean,
Um,
you're in deep with Four Horsemen. Just admit it, man. You love Four Horsemen. I mean, let's just call it, KT. I mean, that's your bread and butter.
I'm bread and butter. Oh, okay. All right, so you want to go?
It's okay, man. That's it. That's all you got.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. So for me to start off, I finally was able to get my hands on the. Let me make sure I can make myself solo. Just so y'all can see my pretty face. The RoboCop NECA Alex Murphy.
Nice.
Oh, where'd he go? Oh, he's right here.
That's face sculpt is pretty darn good.
Yep. And so he comes with 3 face sculpts, the one with the helmet, and then the comes with
So he's
his
the bad guy,
regular
right?
face.
In RoboCop.
No, man,
No.
he is RoboCop. I know how you feel
Oh.
about that, KT, but we won't get all into that right now. But he, you
Yeah.
know, just
Oh, he was trolling.
yeah, he
No,
was,
I
yeah,
mean,
but
I was being serious, dude. I don't remember at all. I watched it maybe like
no,
once in my life.
no. Alex Murphy is who he is before he becomes RoboCop.
I didn't know that.
You know,
I
he gets
thought he was the bad guy.
no. He's no, he gets blown away.
He just
So
has
as
one
you
of
can
those
see,
faces. He has one of those mean faces.
he gets. I don't know if y'all can see that, but over here he gets blown away. So he has the body armor that gets all jacked up. He's got
Yeah,
his
missing
little
fingers and
piece.
stuff.
Yep. But the main thing that I got though was I got a little box from Four Horsemen.
Ooh.
Gambling man.
So
Gambling.
yep. So this is the Mystery of Mythos box that I purchased. So yeah, let's open it. Let's see what I got.
Very exciting.
I came in yesterday, so I wanted to wait for the show. Do a little live unboxing. Dude, I don't know how, and I'm in the cabal and in like just Instagram in general. I don't know how some of these people that bought like 20 boxes or even 10, it's like, geez,
That's
man.
what I was thinking. I was because I go through, I follow whatever's popping and posting on the cabal, and like so many people were buying like a lot of boxes. I'm like, Jesus Christ, do you guys like? It made me like kind of like annoyed. I'm like, do you guys only collect Four Horsemen, or like are you guys just out here just like do you collect other lines and you're just out here splurging like a motherfucker on Four Horsemen?
I knew it, man. I knew it. So before, so there is something that we call the Mejia luck because what will go wrong, and it's like, oh man.
Okay, a Dubon.
But you already have them,
But
right?
yeah. So it was the one out. So him and Romulus were the 2 that I did not need. Out of all the other ones, out of all of them, I mean the chase figures and the current figures, this was like the only. I mean this and Romulus. So
Okay. Well,
yeah,
All right.
fingers crossed for the second.
Yeah, let's
one.
see the chase. Let's see the chase.
I hope you get like something
And
with a bird or some shit.
I've got Nox.
That's a good
okay.
one, dude.
That's a good one. Yeah.
deal.
It's a good one. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Don't be whack. You don't like goblins?
If
I'm
you don't
not-
want Nox, I'll find something to trade you for Nox.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a good one. Keep him for
If you
sure.
don't want to give it to me.
So yeah, I mean, not. I'm just like,
You don't
Worst
like
case-
goblins? Really? Like you just really don't care at
What?
all? Like,
No,
you're
no,
really
no,
not
I
a
mean-
fan of goblins?
I mean, it's cool and everything, but it's like I was really hoping for Cador, but yeah,
Okay.
I just the Gladiator figures was kind of like what I was looking for, but I mean, yeah, we can see what man, I just
so you
can't
just got one.
believe. Yeah, just one
You
box.
don't-
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were about to show off the second one.
No.
but I mean, like,
I'm just
mhm.
dang. I just like that's just crazy. It's like that's the. I cannot believe that, man. That's like
See, that's why I'm not a gambling man. You see, dog, I would be so tight if like I got because I know my luck and I know like I want your shit. Like I mean the goblin like that type of shit.
yeah.
I know with my luck I would have gotten the shit that you wanted. Like all this like campy like
What
it's an
within
ordinary man with a hood on. Oh it's a monk or it's some it's an American eagle and I feel like fuck.
You hit a full Cador.
Well, I mean, yeah, but then you just trade. Then we just like, hey, we just like, all right, let me send this to your house, and you send this to mine, and boom, even
That's
trade.
a lot of work. You know what I mean?
Nox would be good trade bait.
Nox, you
guess
think?
yeah, but
Yeah.
Bro, if you're only collecting Four Horsemen, then by all means, like that makes sense. But like for me, like I'm in 20 directions of buying shit, so I don't have the
Yeah.
time and patience. Like mainly the patience, like you know what I mean, to like wheel and deal and be like, hey, bro, okay, so how do we do this?
Yeah.
Any references? Because I get nervous as shit too when it comes to training because with strangers, it's like
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
propose is that hey, you send me $5 or like at the minimum, you send me $5 goods and services and do it back, and that's how we'll be protected. You know, whatever, blah blah blah. That's my way of doing it, but I'm sure there's other ways that are better. But you know,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Oh,
Pretty good
So you
idea.
well, that
happy?
was well. I mean, with Nox, yeah, but it's just again, it's just the Dubon. I was telling myself, please, when I let it be a Dubon or Romulus. Again, specific, not just like overall, like
Yeah.
no gladiators, no, just specific characters.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. It's like just two. It's just don't give me one of these two characters. And the because I would have been perfectly happy with anybody else.
Mhm.
That's what killed it was having Dubon. It's like, oh man, because I'm
John,
fine with the chase.
I was
Yeah.
just gonna say you should do this, bro. You should take Dubon, take all those extra pieces that you have, pop and swap, and make something new. Make your own character.
I'm thinking about that. I've been doing I've been looking at doing that, but then I don't like to leave Dubon, like I like his look, but then when I want to use him, I'm like, hey, I gotta get the other figure that pop and swap with, and so that is a good idea. I can just this can just be pieces. So I do like his boots. I do like his boots and the little shin guards and everything. So
Mhm.
yeah, I could probably do something like that, but. So yeah, that was somewhat of a Al Capone's vault type thing with I don't know if y'all remember that with Geraldo when he opened up Al Capone's vault, and so a little bit of a what do you call it? Just a little anticlimactic. But if we want to get to the reveals, you want to get to the stuff that was announced. Anything new that was announced?
Yes.
Four Horsemen
I
had those
got
previews.
What's
the
up?
what
Four Horsemen had those previews for the exclusives.
on their Instagram.
I believe it was on their Instagram. They've shown just like two silhouettes. You can't even see the figure. It's just kind of like an outline.
Oh, like an actual tease. So, but and this is, I'll see it on here.
Maybe this is
Well,
Facebook then.
well, I do have something we can show here real quick. So, big weekend. It was C2E2 was the convention, and Mondo, they came out the gate. So they announced they are doing 1/6 scale. Oh, we lost TK.
Nah, I'm here. I'm just turning off something.
Okay.
Don't worry.
So yeah, Mondo announced that they are doing Thundercats in 1/6 scale. So to me, it's like, look, man, I have, the Motu 1/6 scale figures,
Mm-hmm.
and having now the thing is with Thundercats, it's probably going to be maybe Lion-O, and the main basically Lion-O, Mumbra, and probably the other main cats, and then I'm not going to get into the mutants, possibly, but it's Mondo, man. I mean, them getting the license for Thundercats is going to be, I mean, it's going to be awesome. There's going to be a lot of, I mean, there's going to be a lot of broke people. I mean, because if anything, the price point is going to be just like the other ones, which is going to be like over $200. But I mean, again, the look and the look of them and all the accessories, can't beat it. But the next thing they announced was pretty, I want to say pretty big. We're going with Ghostbusters, man. Ghostbusters. I mean, cartoon accurate Ghostbusters. KT. I mean, come on now, man. I do. Well, I do have something for you, man. I mean, I do have a little something for you. So yes, Mondo. This is this was from Yes Have Some podcast. They're on their Instagram. They posted this on there. This was kind of like I don't know if it was like of an oops or kind of they planned on revealing this, but it was kind of played off in social media like, oh, we weren't supposed to show this, this this was a mistake. But yeah, man, they I mean, when they announced this, I was like, okay, we had seen, so Alex Brewer, who's a sculptor at Mondo, he had teased some concept art like around Halloween of last year, And pretty much all of us were like, oh, we gotta, we gotta get this, we gotta get these, like you gotta make these, please, Mondo. But thinking that just like everything else with Mondo is gonna be 1/6 scale. Well, I mean, they announced now it's gonna be 6.5. So they're getting into the 112 scale realm, man. I mean, this is big because now you're getting into like Super 7 territory. They're the boutique type of figures, and then like Thanos says here, so anxious to see their pricing on the. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking it may be Super 7 level, probably in the 50 range, 49.99 range,
Better not
possibly.
be any more than that. That better be the max.
I mean, I mean, again, they're 1/6 scale figures. I mean, that's in the 200 range, and if it's the same sort of quality,
Yeah, but
but
that's the
just on a
one. That's a
smaller
one
scale,
six scale. That's a whole. That makes sense.
well, I mean,
Every 1/6 scale is $200.
well, yeah, I get that, man. But I'm just saying, like, I mean, for it to be now in one, I mean, again, 6.5 inches, deluxe 2-packs. Now, I wonder what the 2-packs. I wonder if that's just just the Ghostbusters and a Ghost, and I think I have him here on the. So this is from Alex Brewer, fan plastic 4 on his Instagram. So this was the concepts that he had originally had posted. Again, just concept art, kind of, kind of just saying, hey, we're messing around. This is kind of like, this is like would be a wish of here's Black Knight. I'm gonna guess
I'm
40
going
to
to
50 to try. Yeah. You got to kind of, because right now Super 7, as far as like tune accurate figures, I mean, they pretty much have that
56.
on. Yeah. I mean, they pretty much have it on lock right now. But with them doing this, I mean, this is definitely could be a game changer. At least get in the ball game with that. So yeah, you have Winston with Ghost again. I believe that's the same
Do
Ghost he
you
had
think?
as the.
Wait, before we start breaking it down. Let me ask you.
Yeah.
Do you think that this is going to be a huge success in terms of like TMNT, or give me another like nostalgia, like not RoboCop. Give me another
Well,
nostalgia
Motu.
shit. That
Motu. I
Motu. There you go.
mean,
You know, that's a good example.
yeah.
Motu, like
GI Joe.
GI
Yeah.
Joe. GI Joe. Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
think this is
Yeah.
like up par with those franchise IPs or no?
I mean, I hate saying this, but I'm like with nostalgia and me having like, because Ghostbusters was a very, very big like a very big deal when I was a kid, and I think for a lot of people it was too. um like Thanos says, yeah, if again, it's all based on the price too. If the price is right, then definitely, because I could say right now, I have the Diamond Select Ghostbusters animated versions, but they're a little bit more modernized. Very, very, very pleasing to the eye. Very good. But to have tune accurate styles like this, I mean, like
Yeah.
they just look like they just popped off the cartoon. I mean, that's something we've always wanted as kids. I mean, and with the quality and the accessories, again, whatever they're going to come with. I mean, again, price is going to be the main thing. If they come out and these are 75, I'm like, oh hell, man, it's like I don't know about this. I probably will cop them because again, it means something to me. But
Yeah, it means
generally,
something to
it's
you.
right, and I can afford it. But people that may not be able to afford it, that is special, but they just can't do it. And then if they
Yeah.
get priced out, that's going to be, yeah. But I think Mondo, I think they have a pretty good gauge on it, but. I think it was Funk, or no, I think it was Rob. Rob was listening to the I guess to one of the podcasts or one of the shows where they talk about they like you mentioned, KT, about Turtles, that they do want this to be like their version of the Turtles. Like, they're kind of like, like NECA is with Turtles or Super 7 is with Turtles. Like they want this to be like a pillar of their 6.5-inch line, or which again,
Now I'm gonna ask: is there enough material to work with? So
oh
I
yeah,
mean, like when we're talking like GI Joe, it's like endless. Fucking
I mean,
Motu, endless. TMNT,
they're
endless. Now
definitely
Ghostbusters, the
do.
cartoon. Is
There's
there
well, I
enough
mean, not just
characters?
not just the cartoon, because then you have the different versions, right? And there was like growing up, there was the versions that if you squeeze their arm, and they kind of have like these, they call it the fright features. Their eyes bug out and their tongues come out. I mean, their hairs pop up. I mean, and they had some that had like slime effects. I mean, they just like the turtles, they had like so many different variations of
Oh,
the
did they?
of the
I didn't
main.
know.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, completely understandable, because again, that was you didn't grow up with that, but yeah, there was. I mean, they went deep in that line. I mean, literally from 86 to like 91, they were
So
making
they're going to
product
be
pretty
basing
much
it off of not just the lore, but off of the retro,
retro
kind of
characters. Yeah,
like Kenner style toys, where it's creative.
exactly. Yeah, yeah,
Well, there
Okay.
was a whole
yeah,
TV show that they could pull ghosts and stuff from.
yeah. So like this was Sam Hain. He was a recurring ghost on the show, so
Mm.
they could do that, or they can also go this route.
Now go back 1 second. This one caught my eye because I really love that. I don't know if that's like like a static
For sure.
statue, but I love the
Yeah.
way it looks like it's being sucked in. That looks dope.
Oh yeah. That's really awesome, and that could be
I
great
wonder
for
if it's
photography and stuff.
articulated, but who knows?
I mean, again, this is all digital. This is probably just all just created. Just again, he just
Yeah.
put it together. But if this would be as close to what they make in production, that's awesome, man. I think that would be so
Yeah.
cool. But you also have your Extreme Ghostbusters. Now, this was like I was out at this point. I was like, okay, I'm done. Extreme Ghostbusters, like I'm done. But again,
Really, you didn't like that cartoon? It was alright. I thought it was kind of
well,
cool.
I didn't like it because
Yeah.
the ghost they didn't it just had Egon, right? Egon, I think he was the only one that. Well, they did have an episode where the old Ghostbusters come back for Egon's birthday, and then
Mhm.
that's I only found out about that years later. Like, oh, they were in there, so I went back and watched, and
I
but
well, I
no,
mean, I get it. I watched it more for the ghosts. Like I thought the ghosts looked more gnarly in that series versus
yeah,
previous iterations.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I can understand why you were upset over the the core Busters not being in there. But yeah, I was looking more from like a monster perspective type of deal.
yeah. But again, they can go into extreme Ghostbuster territory too. So I mean, again, all realms of possibility, and then even go into the movies possibly if they have the rights to that. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's just like when Motu had announced all that, I was like, wow, that's a lot of stuff. And again, if it's not priced out, I think they would do pretty well. And I think there is a corner of the community that is craving for Ghostbusters and and kind of like high quality stuff like that. Because again, the show ran for what I say 86 to like 1990, 91. So that was a long time, man. It was like
Yeah.
it was on
For a
every Saturday morning. Yeah.
But I googled it and it said only one season. Is that incorrect?
No, it's like you can't ever go by that kind of stuff. It was kind of broken up, and because one season is like usually like 65 episodes, and then it kind of just
Oh,
breaks,
okay.
kind of just they break it down even further. Like what I have on Amazon, like I'll have the whole series on Amazon, but it's broken up by volumes, and it's like 10
Oh,
episode
okay.
per volume, and I have like 10 volumes or something like that. It's just,
All right.
but
Yeah, I
yeah,
thought that
but
was
but no,
weird.
it's just
I was like, one season. I was like, why would it be? I was like, I'm pretty sure it's longer than that. But
no, and then but then like towards the end there, I mean, it was getting kind of not as good because then it became Slimer and the Real Ghostbusters. It was more became really cartoony at that point. It became almost
Mhm.
like I don't know if y'all around for Looney or not Looney Tunes, but Tiny Toons. It kind of had that Tiny Toons look
Yeah,
to it,
I hated that
and
shit.
yeah, it was just and I think it was around the same time that they were out, but yeah, they just kind of had that look to it. It became, yeah. By then I was like, okay, it's not for me. But the show itself, I mean, if y'all go back and watch, I mean, it is very, very. I mean, the Boogeyman and even Sam Hain. There's a lot of episodes where you're just like, dang, I saw this at 7, 8 years old. It's like, dang, it's like there's no way that, I
I
know
feel
some
like
parents would.
no. Go ahead. Go ahead. Finish what you say.
No, I was gonna say I know there's parents that I know today that would never let them watch anything like that.
Yeah.
Even at that age, at 8, 7, 8 years old.
On a side note, I
Yeah,
feel like if I was ever to be kidnapped for ransom and they wanted to like torture me, or if I was like a spy and they wanted to torture me to get information out, all they have to do is force me to watch shitty cartoons like Tiny Toons, Animaniacs, like Pinky and the Brain. I'm gonna like want to blow.
You don't like
I'm gonna
Pinky and the
want
what,
to take off this year.
Oh
What's
dude?
man.
up?
It sounds like you didn't like WB at all, or whatever it was.
Nah, I
That whole
just didn't
block.
like those specific shows. I didn't like
Yeah.
Animaniacs, Peek in the Brain, Tiny Toons. I hated the shit. I love Looney Tunes. I
So you
love
don't like
Yeah,
Steven Spielberg? That's what you're saying.
exactly. Yeah, because
he made those.
that's all. Yeah. He was the producer. Yeah, that's all in the
Oh,
same. Like that was this whole same block. So I guess whenever that came on TV, it's like, oh, let me go outside and play, and then you come back like, oh, now they're showing Peek in the Brain. Let me go back out. They come back. Oh, now they're showing
oh, really?
Animaniacs. Yeah, it was like the same block. Kind of like the oh man, like Tailspin and Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. They were all kind of like on the Disney side over
The
there.
Disney block.
I,
Yeah.
Mm.
yeah. But
I liked all their like comic book cartoons. I mean, when I'm trying to think, like what WB was like Static Shock, Batman Beyond.
Were you about to say Beetleborgs? Because Beetleborgs was the shit.
I was gonna say
yeah,
Beetleborgs, but that was Saban slash Channel
Post
5.
Fox. Yeah.
Fox, yeah, yeah. Fox had some heat.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you guys want to move on to the hot topics if you're good? If
Well,
you're
there's
finished
one
with it?
more thing
yeah.
I wanted to talk about. I brought up that
Okay.
silhouette thing. I searched for it everywhere. I could not find it. I thought I was tripping. And then on Jeremy Gerard's Facebook page, and it's only posted there on his Facebook page, he's got 2 teasers for day 1 and day 2 reveals, and they're just silhouettes. So it's nothing amazing. So I don't know if we want to cover it and move on. Up to you guys.
Yeah, show
Nah,
it off. You don't want to show it?
I mean, if it's just a silhouette, okay. I mean, are we gonna guess like it like shadow puppets?
We can see some of the parts. Like the first one looks like it's some kind of tusk, maybe something like operative,
Ooh.
and then the other one looks like it's got one of those guns that the bugs have, the Sphexians.
Oh, okay. Oh, you mean the exclusives that they're teasing, right?
Yeah. So these are going to be the Legion's Con exclusives for day 1.
Oh, okay.
Dude, they better go hard on at least like I know one day they have the monk and the whatever character. There's another
Yeah.
character with him. Like the second day, I really hope it's something gritty and evil and scary.
Day 2, it's going to be cosmic stuff. It looks like. What do you mean? You're going to be there. What do you?
Yeah.
I know,
You're
but
gonna
I'm
get it.
so it's not gonna be like anything like horror-ish is what I'm saying. It's just
No, it's not going to be figure obscura type stuff.
oh, okay. So what do you see? What do you see? See a bug? Okay, that's fine. And then no, I'm not. I didn't mean it like that. I just mean like okay, that's fine. I'm sorry, I didn't say it in the correct tone. What's the other silhouette? Is there only one, or is there more than one?
There's 2 silhouettes. One of
Okay.
them kind of looks more like the operative buck. So that buck that John has, operative,
Yeah.
Okay.
looks kind of like that.
So 2 aliens, basically, or you think it's gonna be one bug alien and then one like kind of like astronaut robot thingy?
Well, the thing about it is the second one that has the bug gun, it is not a Sphexian. It looks like a humanoid silhouette, but it's just got a Sphexian
Oh.
gun, which is interesting. Kind of speculatively.
Of course, it'll be. Of course, it would be the first Legion con I go to. That it's like all the stuff that's not
You
in my
don't
realm,
like.
my collecting realm.
Yeah. I'm
Were you?
not super psyched about the other one they revealed, the monk with the antler
I
horn.
just feel like my only beef with that is I just feel like it could have, like, if it's already dressed like an Asian monk, then why not give it an Asian face? You know what I'm saying? It just I don't know. It was a little odd to me. But as an Asian American, it was a little odd to me. But
Yeah.
I'm sure some people feel different and they like it. So by all means.
Well, they had that really nice face that they did for that elf character. That would have been awesome, I would have liked that.
I wanted something like an angry monk,
Oh, okay, like a
like a
beard.
Shaolin angry monk. And I guess
Yeah.
I may be asking for a little too much. That would cause them to have to actually redesign and print out a new head sculpt. So I'm probably being a little bit too nitpicky. But I'm just saying that would have been like an ideal, cool like idea. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
Yeah,
how they
you're
could have
definitely
executed.
you're just being nitpicky, KT. Okay, where's it at?
So he posted it 14 hours ago from Jeremy to the Cosmic Cabal. Maybe I can just send you the link.
Yeah, that might be easier. I finally was able to get into the Mythic Legions Cabal a couple of days ago. My homeboy Posable Art hooked me up with that because I don't know, for some reason they were saying
we've been telling you to join. What are you talking?
no. I submitted the request in there, but it kept showing pending.
Oh,
And I was
really?
telling and I was telling my boy, hey, because when we just we're chatting about the draft, and I was like, hey, but by the way, did it take you that long to get in the Cabal? He's like, no, it took like a few minutes. Like, I'm still pending after a couple of like weeks or and stuff. He's like, oh dang, it's like let me go check it out. And I think he may have messaged Walter, and then I was able to get in. But it's I guess it was showing that I didn't have the questions answered, and so I was like, no, I answered those questions. So
They had to
I
bet
don't
you.
know.
They were like, "Is he really a mythic? Is he really a Mythic Legion fan? Or is he a troll?"
Actually, I should just add him as my friend. I'm getting more. I'm getting more into Facebook right now, just because I didn't used to do Facebook a
your
lot because I
age?
was my age.
Damn,
Oh, like, well,
shots fired.
hey, that's true though, because it's like it's just too much, man. But now it's like now I'm getting into now I'm getting
Let's
back
be real.
into it. Stuff.
Facebook is an old man game. Like, let's be honest. Like, I've been on the fence of deleting mine just because, like,
Yeah,
honestly, I created a separate account purely for toy shit because all my personal Facebook, I don't give one fuck about it, so I just never go on it.
I posted it in the private chat. I guess I could post it in the public chat.
this better not be bad. Anything? When I paste it and put it in. Oh no! What happened?
Oh, it's nothing.
Chris, what are you sending us?
It's not. It's not anything crazy.
What are you making us do? Are we in like a
Oh, man,
thriller movie?
Go to news.
Go to what?
It says go to newsfeed. Click on that. See if that works.
This is how all viral horror movies start off as. That makes us click
Okay.
on
All right. Click on the Cabal. Now this is we have to make this happen now at this point. I mean, click on that.
Okay.
On newest comment.
it.
It's a point of pride now. We got to get the scroll to the top a little bit. Scroll to the top, and then
That is-
filter for instead of recently seen, filter for newest. No, right underneath that.
Where?
Why don't you have the option?
Of course.
Oh man.
Posted it 14 hours ago to the Mythic Legion Cabal. So I don't know how you can filter from time.
Yeah, because it's like 20 minutes, and there's been a lot of posting. Like, look at this! Holy crap! Oh my
We're going
Kador.
crazy with this. Like, Jesus
Like,
Christ.
look at that.
So are we giving up or are we still trying to look for it?
All right, let me let me stop sharing, and then I'll look here off screen because I don't want to show in case anybody doesn't want their Facebook stuff on here. So this might be at the maybe we show it at the end as a little send off at the end. Let me try and find this
That
because
sounds good.
we still got some.
Yeah, 14 hours ago, Jeremy Gerard, and then he sent it from his account to the Cabal.
Mythic, right? Not cosmic.
To yeah, to Mythic.
Okay.
No, you're right.
What?
You're right. It is cosmic. I'm on the Cosmic Cabal. My bad.
Okay.
Well, Chris, you don't have the ability to share. It doesn't show the.
Can I do that?
If you have the option, you should. If you have the options at the bottom, it says present. You don't see it at the bottom. Present.
Slides. No, present. Share screen.
Yeah, make sure you pick the right window though, man. Don't.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
Don't we don't want to see your private stuff, man.
Nothing crazy. Can you guys see that?
Okay. Let me just now I can add stage. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. There we go. There we go.
Yeah. All right, we got it. So this is like I said, 14 hours ago. Jeremy Gerard posted this to the Cabal. He's just saying, "What's that?" And it's sort of like this silhouette here. So this is what I was talking about. This is definitely the Sphexian gun, but this up here is not Sphexian. So that's kind of interesting. We'll see what that is. And so again, this is day 2 teaser, and then this is another day 2 teaser. And I think we all recognize this buck pretty.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That gun too. Yeah.
Okay.
So that is it.
Nice.
Cool.
I'm glad we.
Hey. Yeah, we powered through it, man. I mean,
it's wild how hard that was to find. You'd think that they'd want that publicized a little bit more for or for
you never know.
I'm sure it was more of like a like a close circle type of like tease type versus like a hey guys, everyone look at type of jazz. But it is what it is. Yeah, man, we'll see what they got cracking. Let's move on to our hot topic segment. So our first topic is rank your favorite alien movies Whichever way, least to worst or worst. I mean, sorry, best to worst or worst to best. Um, so,
best of the worst.
John, you want to go first?
Oh man, I mean, mine is pretty simple. I mean, number one is so I'll go from best to worst. So my favorite right off the bat is Alien. Now, growing up as a kid, it was always Aliens because that was the one that was, action packed and had
Mhm.
guns and everything. But as I got older and I kind of, you know, grew to want to become a filmmaker and kind of understanding, that a little bit more, I grew to just love Alien and just the simplistic feel of it, the look of it,
Mhm.
that lived in future and everything. And just, I mean, and just I used to watch the behind the scenes video all the time. Like just I would always have it on repeat. Just that one. I mean, the other ones I'd watch too, but I was always just just interested in seeing how they made the first Alien. And it's
Mhm.
essentially it's a guy in a suit. That's all it is. Just a guy in a suit, and it's basically
Mhm.
it's a slasher film. It's when you get down to it, it is the slasher film of in sci-fi.
Mhm.
And hearing the documentary and hearing Ridley Scott saying, I want to just make a science fiction Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like he saw Texas Chainsaw Massacre and he's like, this is amazing. I got to make something like this. I mean, next movie, I want to make a movie just like this. I mean, this is so brutal and just in your face and real looking. So yeah,
Mhm.
definitely Alien has always been my favorite. And I wish I could go back in time and witness that chest bursting scene, with for the first time in an audience. I mean, because I bet you, you know,
Mhm.
people that watched that, they were probably just like, what the heck just happened? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
seriously, what the heck just happened? Like,
Yeah.
so I mean that one, and then Aliens, that's number two. I think I mean that's a given. That could be a number one or number two on anybody's list just because of the again, it's fun. It's a fun action movie. Whereas they always put that up as far as the comparisons where Alien was the haunted house, Aliens was the roller coaster. So yeah, like two different type of theme park attractions
Mhm.
for these films. And then
Mhm.
I will say I do like the next one would be Prometheus. I did enjoy that one. There are some things here that are kind of like, I kind of wonder about, but I did like the fact that it was really Scott and he was kind of going back to the planet. Well, not
Yeah.
the planet, but he was going to a similar planet. And
Mhm.
it's stuff
Mhm.
like that. I was kind of like, it's like, can't you just, make that the planet? Little things like why the hesitation or so, you're so dead set against not making that LV-426. But I mean, it's
Mhm.
fine. I mean, and the fact that, um, what's her name? Oh, Charlize Theron, the fact that she, couldn't go left or right, she had to go straight. That just to me, this I watched that, but it is a scary scene though. I mean, it is like to be crushed like that, and to like, I mean, that is scary. But yeah, I would put that at number three, and then Alien Resurrection number four, um, and then Alien 3 after that. Just because Alien 3 just it really just
Really? That's
it,
a unpopular opinion.
what Alien 3. I mean, it's almost dead last. I mean,
No,
the
you
last
put
is
Alien Resurrection before Alien 3. I'm saying that is
well,
the
it depends. Well, because Alien 3, it I remember when I saw it, it left such a bad, taste in my mouth just because they just completely crap over the ending of Aliens, right?
Mhm.
Ripley's with Hicks and Newt, and then they just like, nope, gonna cut all that out. We're gonna kill Newt and we're gonna kill Hicks. I mean, I mean, pretty much just like we're gonna put a stop to all this happiness, all this all this family
Mhm.
type of stuff. We're just like gonna leave Ripley alone with these bald rapists. But yeah, I mean, it was and I don't know. It depends if you watch the assembly cut that has
Yeah, I've
it's more
heard some versions.
it's a more cohesive film. If you just watch the regular version that David Fincher just said, I mean, pretty much just wiped his hands of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not an enjoyable film. Resurrection, again, it goes in that aliens type feel. I find it funny with the first four. Alien has a certain feel, and then Aliens, and then Alien 3 try to go back to Alien 1, and then Alien 4 try to go back to Alien 2. I mean, they kind of had to like they were trying to like copy each other those last two, but
Mhm.
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, Alien Resurrection. It was a fun movie. I remember seeing that in high school, and I went with some buddies, and we are just like having a good time. I mean, I think we had to sneak in and stuff like that. So we went. I forgot where we went to. I forgot what we bought a ticket for, and then we snuck in to go see Alien Resurrection.
Mhm.
But And then Alien Covenant, I'm just like, man, I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of that. I mean, it just, I don't know. I'm really hoping, and the reason why I kind of proposed us doing it because I was watching the first two over the weekend, and I was just like, and then I saw the trailer again for Alien. Was it the Romulus?
Romulus.
And so it kind of got me jazzed and whatnot. So yeah, I'm just really looking forward to seeing that, kind of going back to that Alien type of, world, or the first film look for it. So KT or Alex?
Chris, wanna go?
Yeah, I'm not going to include Prometheus 1 or 2 in this because I firmly believe, I've heard Ridley Scott say this, that those movies were not about, they were not about to be, or they were not supposed to be about xenomorphs. The studio kind of made him get xenomorphs in there, and so that's what kind of throws everything off for me, really. Like, I like it without the xenomorph stuff. But I would say, oh yeah, and another thing, a couple of things you were saying, John, it reminded me, there's a joke my friend told me. It's like Alien 1 is a horror movie, Alien 2 is an action movie, Alien 3 is a suspense, and Alien 4 is a comedy. You guys ever heard that?
I've heard that, yeah.
It tracks 100%. It tracks.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I would say out of those and Covenant, I would rate Covenant at the bottom. I really think that aliens need to be, or the xenomorphs need to be like live action or people in suits. There's something I think visceral about the suits or animatronics and stuff like that I think the actors respond to a little bit better. And I think like us as audiences watching this movie, we're not like, oh yeah, that's totally CGI, And so I put that at the bottom. Then I would go probably Alien Resurrection. I would put that one underneath Alien 3. I would say Alien Resurrection is a little worse than that. I mean, that was the one with Winona Ryder and the baby, right? And they get sucked at the end. Yeah. That one, it's it's like comically kind of bad. And I feel like a lot of those, or that Alien movie was maybe trying to base some stuff off the comics and trying to go sort of maybe in different routes, but they just didn't. It wasn't it. And then 3, and then really the only, I feel like, challenging one is between 2 and 1, right? Because you have this pretty cool action movie, but you have this like classically good horror movie, and that one's really hard. But I would have to go Aliens, and then Alien is my number 1. I really love Aliens. I love the idea that they kind of took that concept and then they expanded it into like multiple aliens. It kind of became this action movie. They introduced the Space Marines in there, which was new, right? I feel like that was really cool. There's a lot of interesting ways that he took it. But I think the first one is just so classically done. It's scary when it needs to be scary. It's kind of funny when it needs to be funny. Sigourney Weaver is beautiful in the movie, right? And like another thing too, I feel like that gets. I know KT's like, what? I think Sigourney Weaver is beautiful in that movie, dude. She's amazing looking. And so another thing I think that's really cool about that franchise, at least part 1 and 2, is that people are always talking about like female leads, and I feel like that's one of those movies where you watch this strong female lead character and it's not even like forced in any kind of way. You really like her, you find her a really engaging character, and she's a badass, so
so I will say that is the first I've ever heard that.
Really?
Thank you for being my first.
Dude, I feel like a lot of
people. I'm not going to speak on that subject.
Me too, yeah.
I'm not going to speak on that subject. My list, I would say, is Alien has to be first. I'm going to go best from worst. Okay. Alien has to be first. It's it's obviously, I love the horror aspect of it. Someone described it as it's basically Jaws in outer space, which is a pretty spot on of how they build up the suspense and jump scares of the movie. And I love the kind of like little bit of the lore and stuff that they kind of lightly touched upon, especially with the how it evolves and stuff. So that was cool. I'll put that as number 1. Number 2, now this is going to be mad controversial. Number 2, I would put Alien Covenant.
Really?
Put Alien Covenant as number 2. Because I love the idea of Michael Fassbender, the cyborg, as like the kind of playing evil Jesus, evil God or whatever. And him, like the fact that he, was like shown kindness. There's so many like specific like theories and concepts, dive into like when Michael Fassbender, the evil one, wants to kill the good one. He originally
Yeah.
wants to recruit him on his side, but then once he realizes that the good one is like a decent person, like actually like more human than he is, and more like kinder. He doesn't have an inclination to rule over humans or fuck around and shit.
Hmm.
He feels inadequate and insecure. So then he it spins off into this weird thing, and then yeah, man, I love the different types of xenomorphs that they show, like the different stages of it goes through. Like my favorite version is the neomorph, those white things that hunt that are
Yeah.
so fast, and then like I mean, it has like a pointy head and shit. That was dope. And then you have the first version that I mean the first what I think it's like the second or whatever first evolution is the giant starfish thing that looked gnarly as
Yeah.
hell. So I love how they touch on all of that really. My third favorite, I would say, is Aliens. I gotta be honest, I don't really like Aliens like that because there's a specific actor in it that I just don't like him at all. Like I like whatever he's very prominent in delivering cheesy ass lines. He's the guy that was in Titanic. Do you know what I'm talking about?
You talking about
Bill,
Bill Paxton?
Yeah, I think it's Bill Paxton.
Dude, that's
I
that's classic, man. It's like that's
I
like such
I
a
hate him.
classic.
Dude, his acting is so
game
ass every
over,
fucking
man.
time.
Game over.
Game over. I mean, that was
I
the whole
hate it.
point. I mean, that's the point. I mean,
No,
is
no, I'm
that
saying every movie I see him in, he always has that stupid ass like fucking. He plays the same guy, the same
You,
like cheesy ass dude.
you mean
Every fucking
Predator,
movie.
Terminator, and Alien? Because he's
Yes,
in all three of
yeah,
yes.
those.
yeah.
Hated him. Hate him. So he's the real reason why I don't have that movie rated higher. Also I didn't like how Sigourney Weaver's character Ripley, like she realizes what's happened after surviving that weird incident.
Hmm.
And then like her first thing to do when she's on the mission is to grow up, get attached to like a random strange little girl, and then like try and like within like an hours has her calling her a mommy or some shit, like having her basically having her treat
Well,
her like she's her mom. That was kind of fucking weird. Like,
well, so the director's version does show that she did lose her daughter because when she was in space for like
oh,
over 50 years, she had a daughter, and that was like when
that would
she
have been
meets up with
better to
Paul.
have in the
Yeah, yeah.
movie.
I mean, I think it
She
makes more
came
sense.
off
It
kind
makes
of
yeah. It comes it
predator-ish.
comes yeah, yeah, it comes out. It comes full circle that she lost her mom, and then Sigourney Ripley lost her daughter. So okay, we're gonna make this. We're gonna have this makeshift family. But yeah, if they left it in there, it would have made sense. But I get where you're coming from. Yeah, without it in there, it's kind of like it's kind of like forced. But knowing that she did have a daughter and she left her when she went on the first mission, and then you know she died at that. She pretty much just aged out and died. I was like, oh crap, that would be tough to come back to be asleep for
Mhm.
that long and find that out. But no, it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean that would have been better. But yeah, based off of the theatrical cut, that was my beef with it.
Right.
And obviously Aliens 3 and Alien Resurrection. The rest, I don't really like them, but they're there.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Alien 3 was just so weird and awkward. Like the sex scene, like the romance they were trying to have, it was just like I just I hated everything about it. Um,
Yeah.
Alien Resurrection, I hated everything about it. It was so campy and ridiculous. Winona Ryder pissed me off too in that movie. Like
Oh, Josh Whedon.
the only good part was Ron Perlman, right? Is that his name?
Yep. Ron Perlman. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I like him as an actor, so he was the only like pro of that shit. Also, who was the leader of the whatever the mercenaries? That actor? What's the actor's name? He was in The Crow. He was the bad guy in The Crow.
Yeah. And he was in Robin Hood. Prince. I can't remember the
I
actor's
don't
name, but
like his acting either. Like he always
yeah,
plays like
like
the weird, the cheesy
the
bad
gruff
guy.
voice. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That gruff voice. Yeah.
yeah.
Just do that all the time now, John. That's your new radio.
It's like, that was our special cargo. Yeah. These didn't come easy.
Oh man.
Dude, I just do not enjoy him at all. But yeah, so now we wrap that up. Our next hot topic is Marvel, well, MCU specifically, there's a rumor saying that Blade is set. I'm sorry, Wesley Snipes is set to play Blade in the multiverse saga of the MCU movies. So we'll go around and tell each other what we think about it. So me personally, I'm super hyped. As for people who don't know, Blade was the first successful Marvel movie ever. It really opened the door for for all the other movies to come to follow after. Everything about that movie, or the movies, I would say, except Blade 3, obviously, Blade 1, Blade 2, like just for a movie to be so good that the source comic changes to mirror it, you know what I'm saying? And not in a
Yeah.
forced way, not in a, oh my god, we have to, market. Okay, let's match the movie. Now that's not even that type of shit. Just the movie lore and the movie adaptation was so good that like they just had to do it. You know what I mean? It was so great. So if you notice, the original Blade is, he looks very different from Wesley Snipes, obviously. He had like the
Mhm.
70s look. He had the little fro. He had the green sunglasses. Even if you go back to animated Spider-Man Blade, he had like the red glasses and stuff like that. And he was kind of, in a very 80s look. Kind of had like an 80s retro Terminator kind of look and the flat
Yep.
top.
Yep.
And then you had Blade came out, and then Blade was just, there's just badass, all around, gangster ass vampire slayer. The music selection was great. The choreography was just amazing. As well as the lore, how they really dive deeper into it every movie. Also, what I loved about it is that, so when it comes to the trope of having the protagonist be a half so and so, what I'm saying, he's half
Mhm.
this, half that. A lot of them come off cheesy and don't really execute well. This is probably the only one that's introduced in a fresh, type of way, because it exemplifies how being mixed. Because a lot of these other movies or shows that use that trope, they always have the mixed protagonist, kind of like, you know his journey is to learn more about both sides, but he doesn't. It's more of a blessing than a curse. Now in Blade, it starts off with you thinking, people talking about it, like in the characters. I mean, they're saying how it's like, he's like the perfect hunter, da da da. But then as you get to know Blade, he has, his curses, his
Yeah.
grievances with being half vampire and half human. And so for me, this was the first like R-rated and first superhero movie I ever saw as a kid. Two, being biracial and having like a rough time as a kid, because basically both sides don't like you. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You're not this enough for this side, you're not that enough for that side, you know what I'm saying? So I liked how it kind of mirrored the difficulties of being of two different worlds and trying to navigate in it and deal with the shortcomings of being mixed. So that's my kind of 2 cents on it. Whoever wants to go next.
I'll go. So when I saw that from UKT, I was like, ah, that's. I got vibes of I got Michael Keaton vibes on how Michael Keaton came back to play
Mhm.
Blade or Batman, and I was like, well, technically, I mean, really, I want to again. Remember, serves me correct. Wesley Snipes is the only person that's ever played with Blade, right? There's nobody else,
Mhm.
nobody in live action form, and
There
they,
was one that played Blade in the TV show, but it was short lived.
yeah.
Forgot about
So
that. Wow.
yeah, yeah, not counting that, but I was like, Wesley,
Yeah.
he's just the part. And I think we talked about this last week with Logan, with
Mhm.
Hugh Jackman, and how he's
Yeah.
like the only person really to play Wolverine. And it's just like, yeah, I mean, if they want to bring Wesley back, I mean, eh, I'm thinking like long term, like what is the end game? Like, is it like,
Yeah.
I mean, is he going to go, another, 3, 4 movies deep with Blade and join the event, be part of like the MCU, like as a whole with
Mhm.
different, is he going to be with teaming up with Sony or again, I don't know what their game plan is, but when I saw it, my initial reaction was yes. I mean, I like that. I mean, I like that. Just go ahead and bring something that I'm familiar with. I mean,
Mhm.
I saw the first Blade, the second one, the third one. I mean, it can just again goes back to what we talked about last week. Ryan Reynolds. that's just too much Ryan Reynolds, bro. That's just too much.
Yeah.
I mean, Trinity was just like, nah, I can't. I mean, it was more or less Jessica Biel. I mean,
Dude, he
yeah,
he did zero research on the character too. It was like because he plays Hannibal King, and in the
yeah,
comics, Hannibal King is like a very tortured and like
yeah.
serious character. So I'm like, wow, did Ryan Reynolds like read the script and said, "Fuck it, I'm being myself." Like, screw it.
I mean, it really came off as and not to get deep into that, but it just came off as a vehicle, really just focusing on Ryan Reynolds and Jessica Biel. Blade was, Wesley Blade was kind of just an afterthought. Like he would kind of just, he was like
Yeah,
the third wheel, third piece in this in his own movie. So
yeah,
that was kind of I could kind of see that, and I know he was kind of upset behind the scenes. He didn't like the script,
yeah.
and he didn't like all this other stuff. He was kind of really upset about that. But the first two, amazing. And I know the first one, I was just like you mentioned, first Marvel movie to really kind of just break through and really become a success.
Mhm.
If they decide to, again, if this is true and MCU wants to really, if they want to bring them again, I don't know if they're doing
Wait,
anything with contract.
let me chime in and then before you give your thought on that. So they're not bringing him to be the indefinite Blade or to be like
Okay,
be like the main frontliner Blade. Now in the multiverse saga, they're like, for instance, there's a rumor they're bringing Nicolas Cage as Ghost Rider. Is Nicolas Cage going to be the new Ghost Rider? No, it's probably
right,
most likely going to be like some fan service scenes, if not a cameo.
yeah,
So with that mindset, go say what say
okay.
your thoughts on that.
If that's the case, then again, you're looking at a Flash movie at this point. With bringing back, bringing
Yeah,
back all the different, Ben Affleck as Batman, then also bringing back Michael Keaton as Batman, then bringing back George Clooney, and then
yeah.
through CGI was able to bring back Christopher Reeve and bring over Nicolas Cage, Nicholas in the unmade Superman movie. But no, if they do it like that, then yeah, I mean, if it's a one and done type deal and kind of like a
Mhm.
little love letter to the fans, yeah, I'd be down.
Mhm.
Because I mean, I think going back to Blade Trinity, I think he really needs like a true kind of like last movie. If this is gonna be his last outing as Blade, he really needs it because
Oh
Trinity
yeah,
just,
definitely.
I mean, like a little like send off, like he needs that. I think he deserves
Yeah.
it again, and I'm looking forward to it. So yeah,
Hmm.
that's kind of how I feel about that.
Definitely. Chris, you wanna go?
Yeah. Also, just real quick, you were talking about him having a hard time on Blade Trinity, or yeah, Blade Trinity. Did you guys hear about
Yeah.
that thing where he wouldn't open his eyes and they had to like
Yeah.
slide his
Yes,
eyes?
yeah,
That's so
yeah,
funny.
yep,
That's a hilarious level of petty. But
yep,
um, yeah, yeah. So Blade, yeah, Blade 1 and 2, man, great movies. I remember watching those as a kid and just like it was just so like
Mhm.
exciting and it was like real cool. I think about him returning in one of these films and I feel like it would just be like a fun fan service. Like I don't
Yeah.
feel like it'd be kind of like anything meaningful. He'd
Mhm.
show up, there'd be a couple of jokes about him being old, and
yep.
then he'd do some badass shit for like a scene, and then he'd either get
Yeah.
killed or he would get, like
No, they would not kill him.
just
They would not.
You don't think
escape.
so?
They would if they really wanted to just kill their whole business. Yeah, okay, fine, but they're not gonna kill him off.
Yeah, he's just like, all right, peace out later, and then he just like
Yeah.
disappears.
Yeah.
That's how.
And
Yeah, it could.
I think it's a smart move because I mean, Blade has been in like production hell in a sense,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like we always talk about in the general chat is that Marshala is getting old. Like the dude he's already like pushing it. So I mean, I think they're doing it as a sort of like kind of like way to prolong it in case they have to recast Blade, which I'm praying they do, to be honest with you.
yeah. Just
Because
recap.
if they're trying to kick
Yeah.
off a franchise, you need like a relatively young enough Blade, actor.
John
So
Boyega,
that's
man.
all I'm saying.
No, John Boyega.
Even if John Boyega, he's the one who doesn't like who say he's not really like trying to go
Yeah,
back to
yeah,
Disney because
yeah.
how
He's
they
not trying
treated him
to.
with Star Wars. But it
Yeah.
sucks because he would be fucking amazing for it.
You guys,
I think I think he should just suck it up. I mean, if Ray can suck it up, why can't you? You know what I mean?
Oh my god.
Chris is not. He doesn't approve of
Nah,
that. He
dude,
doesn't.
he ruined Star
What?
Wars for me. John Boyega, I'm not a fan. I haven't seen him in anything that I was like, man, this guy can act. He's real good.
You don't like a
Yeah.
Pacific Rim?
Nah, not that he was in the second one, right?
Yeah,
Second
yeah.
one,
Second one. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Uprising.
I don't know. I feel like there's better.
Um,
Oh, also, real quick, remind me. I know in what was that terrible one? The terrible Marvel movie. Oh, Eternals. In Eternals, there was some kind of Blade tie-in, right? It
Black
was
Knight.
real.
Black
It
Knight.
was that
But
was
yeah,
it.
yeah.
That was the
You mean Black Knight? The Black Knight character. He opens up his like whatever his family's heritage black sword. I forgot what the sword's called. You know, the sword. And then when he opens it up, like you just hear a voice off screen go, you know, blah blah blah. I'm Blade or some shit.
yeah,
I don't know what he said.
weakest cameo ever. Like weakest tie-in
Yeah.
ever. What is
Was
that?
that was Jon Snow too, right? That was he was supposed
John,
to be
that was
Black
Kit
Knight.
Harington and
Yeah,
Marshala doing the voice. Yeah.
Yeah.
but now he's out,
Yeah,
right? He's
that
not
was so useless. But the reason why they did that, and so what's gonna happen is that once the Blade movie does get made, Kit Harington's gonna be in it, and supposedly he's gonna officially become Black Knight in that movie. Which I
Mm,
don't know why they keep trying to like link them together. Like in the comics, Black Knight and Blade aren't really like they don't really cross paths like that. So I don't know where they're pulling this out of their ass for.
They could do something with the Werewolf by Night characters in Blade. That would be dope. I really
Exactly.
like Werewolf by Night. I thought that was
But
really cool.
Black Knight really isn't in the vampire monster hunting realm of Blade,
Yeah.
so it's just it's
yeah.
super confusing. It's like why I don't get it, but whatever.
Oh man, it's funny. Do we want to get to the feature, the
Yeah.
showcase? All right,
Yeah.
let me pull it up. So this week we have Michael Mansell. Goes by Mansell 472. Very, very good
Very
photographer.
very talented photographer, super nice guy. You know, I've known him for I've known of him, or I don't know him like that, but I know of him, and we've exchanged a couple. No, we've talked like here and there, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like if they were ever through comments or da da da. And
Mhm.
he's a great photographer. Seems like a very nice person.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, man, check out his work. Go follow him. He's a really cool guy.
Yeah, definitely very, very talented. I forgot what photo it was. We'll probably come across it, but he's actually in my in one of my collabs. I'm joining so many of these collabs because it makes it a lot easier for me because I have so many I mean, it just I like to be on like we talked about this, KT. I like to be on a schedule more. So I
Yeah.
like to know, okay, on Saturday I gotta shoot, what if crossover. Sunday is Mythic, Friday's Cosmics, Wednesday is this, so I can schedule around that. So I think it's our what if collab, and he actually posted the our banner and everything, and was so grateful and thankful. I was like, oh wow, man, that's awesome, dude. It's like it's cool when you see people that actually like really appreciate being. I mean, because we're just trying to showcase, man. We just want to get it out there, and people, if you're not watching it live right now, you can go back to our show and watch it. This person is an amazing photographer, and he deserves the recognition because, I mean, sometimes it's not easy, man. I mean, to put all this work into this photo here, I mean, from this little piece of paper here, and then just all these props, and then have it lit properly. I mean, it just, and to actually like kind of just tell a story, and just, I feel like I am, watching something from the animated show right now. Again, great work. I wonder where we got that cat from. One of y'all know that, right?
Catwoman? I don't know.
No, the cat.
I have no idea.
Again, it's always cool when I see props. Like, I think I have this mailbox actually, but it's always cool to see, see the props that people use. Again, that's a propane tank. I don't know I don't know if Chris can make one of those, but yeah, it's just
Yeah, it's
There's
really
there's a couple of people who make that type of stuff.
oh yeah, no, I know. It's just people are talented that do
real
that
quick though.
stuff.
KT's comment. You said probably a Catwoman, dude. Why don't more Catwomen have cats with them?
That's
Like
true.
that should be standard with a Catwoman figure, bro. You're right.
Yep. Hey, put him in, coach. Put KT on the put him on the payroll, man. Toddy Mac. He's like, well, he can be QC. Like, what the heck? There's no cat in here, man. Get the hell out. Get this out of here. Get this crap.
That's obvious.
Where's the cat at, man? Where's the
Speaking of Toddy Mac, we have the Batman suit. I think this is from Sean Gordon Murphy's Batman run, right? Am I incorrect here?
I thought that was from Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, but I could be wrong.
I don't think it's from Scott Snyder's run. I could be wrong though. I don't know. I gotta look deeper into it. It's black and white. That's why I can't really tell. I'm like, well,
and what is he fighting?
Dope
I can't
photo.
tell what the creature is.
Yeah, I can't tell either. It looks like it's got a tentacle, but
yeah. Either way, it's cool looking. I love the pose. I like the black and white decision. Definitely cool.
I have really bad vision because like to me, it's like it almost looks like he uppercut a deer. Like the deer head, like,
Oh man, it's a dope
yeah,
shot.
so
Look at
I
that.
saw his pick recently. And I love I love how he thought to stick the blood effect into the
Mhm.
neck peg. Yeah,
Because
and then
that's
yeah, you
the
have the blood spot on the floor.
yep.
Mhm.
I think is this the I
I
guess is
think
this
it's super
Jason?
action stuff, right? Oh, you
Well,
mean
yeah,
the actual figure, right?
yeah. I think the blood effects. I think that's super action stuff, and then that actually
Yeah.
might be the that's probably the blood from the Master of the Red Death. But
Mhm.
yeah, that should be the head that comes with the Halloween Michael Myers, the 2018 version. And that I want to
Mhm.
say, is that Jason? Is that the or Freddy versus Jason? Jason? But I mean, regardless, I mean, I mean, tells a heck of a story. I mean, he just cleaned
Mhm.
house with here, and it just like got the lighting, got the that's got to be an extreme set, and again, tone, imagery, spot on. I mean, I like the little rim light right here, very, very,
Mhm.
very good, very nice. This is John Wick, right? This is Mesco, I would take it.
That's John
Yeah,
Constantine.
this is not Mesco. It's Noda Studios or
Ah,
Aton,
okay.
Aton. This is I have this third party one. I love how he did this kind of like laid back,
Mhm.
candid scene. So it's really cool, man. Really like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, very, very, very. When I say simple, I don't mean that as a bad thing, but it's just like a real cool, like you said, just a laid back,
Yeah, it's
cool
not like
shot.
he's not fighting. He's not kicking ass and doing
Yeah,
exorcist shit.
you know,
He's chilling. You know what I
But at
mean?
the
yeah. I
same
mean,
time, there's so many complex accessory pieces. Like it's
mhm,
simple, but it's also complex. I mean, he's got a
right.
photo album. Bro had to make a photo album for the shot.
I
Like
know it's like that's
pretty
crazy. It's like, and then this little fruit basket here, and then like there's the cat again, and then the the bottle. So yeah, really cool. And then like the little cigarette there. It's just yeah. I mean, overall, just really, really painting a real good scene.
yeah.
Mhm.
Mansell, if you're watching, inquiring minds want to know where's the cat from. Wait, did the
Yeah.
crow come with a cat?
The
Oh yeah,
what?
the crow did come with a cat. Yeah, you're
Oh,
right.
maybe that's the crow cat.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Crow. The
What's up,
crow.
dude?
Nice, man. Looking forward to seeing it.
Oh, nice, bro. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it, man. But yeah, I like this scene. There's a lot of movement into how he positioned the jacket. He really looks like he's about to hit a rift. So that's dope. I like it.
Yeah,
Sorry for
I
using
was like,
improper guitar lingo.
I don't play guitar either. I would have said, yeah, the same thing. He's pulling a riff. Very, very cool shot. I always like when people like add motion to, jackets, soft goods like this, where it would probably would be moving with the wind or with motion.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
that's always a nice touch. And then
This is
Constantine, I will say he probably needs to go on the wheel because I've been thinking about picking up him as well. So he may be going on the Mezco wheel. So
I mean, the cigarette accessories alone are like pretty worth it, to be
I
honest.
mean,
And
you read
he
my
comes with a
mind.
chainsaw. He comes with
John,
a
Yep.
chainsaw. He comes with a
I might have a
crucifix.
John Constantine here in my closet.
A what?
I might have a second John Constantine here in my closet. I may or may not. So if you are
You,
serious about it, let me know.
how do you not know this stuff, man?
I,
It's like,
I'll check the closet, and I'm like 90% sure I have a Constantine up there. I don't think I gave it to Domingo.
oh, okay.
Is that your friend? Your
Yeah,
boy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We'll see
Nice.
about Legion's Con.
but nice.
Nice.
I
But
love the cool and the warm light kind of coming on
Mhm,
either side. Like
mhm.
nice setup,
Yeah,
lots of
right.
stuff to look at.
Yeah, very, very cool shot. And I guess are these have got to be skeleton bodies, right? Like rib cages.
yeah.
Do they
Who
come with
knows
that?
where? No, it
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
come
So
with it. But who knows where he got it from? He could have got it from Fush Toy Skeleton, maybe.
yeah,
I don't know.
Probably.
yeah, those
Mhm.
have been popping up a lot. So
Do any of you guys
this
have any of the Fush skeletons? And just curious.
I don't know. I've been wanting to get them, but I don't have any.
I wanted it. I really did want it. It's just like I have so many Mythic Legions. It's like I just can't support it. You know what I mean?
I'll
Like I
wait.
just can't do it.
Yeah, I'll wait
No.
until
What's
the
that?
Necronomicus wave. I was just saying I'll wait
Yeah.
until the Necronomicus wave comes out and they have that skeleton in there.
Oh yeah, that's right. And that too. Necronomicus is coming with their own plain skeleton body thing. So it's like, all right, let me just wait. Yeah. But it looks great
This
though. I mean, I've heard nothing but good things about the figure.
Mhm.
This year, I think this is the one that I saw that I was kind of like, holy crap. I think I saw it on my when I was searching through the feeds and everything. I was like, God, man, this is like amazing. This is like this is you got that's the Mezco Leatherface, right? And of course you know, he's on the wheel, so I'm kind of like I'm kicking the tires on that. But then you have Dreadnought, Buzzer, and then like just I mean, I just like this because I mean, again, Chainsaw being one of my favorite horror movies of all time, and then you get the feel of being in some sort of shed, some shack somewhere in Texas. You know, the light coming in because that was one thing about Chainsaw was most of the carnage happened during the day. I mean, the first couple kills happened like it was like in a regular looking house, bright sunny afternoon, and that kind of depicts that here. But then you have General Hawk back here; he's tied up, you know, and you get it's just, I mean, you just get the whole feel of the scene. It's like, oh crap, man, this is like I mean, they're in the Joes are in some bad trouble here. Now the Dreadnoughts have Leatherface, and then there's the cat again. And see, and that's I mean, when horror movies do that, man, I always like it because it's like it adds such a adds such a unique touch when like somebody's getting you know just hacked to death, and then you just see like a little cat just kind of like walking by and just like licking its paws or licking the blood.
Yeah,
And just,
yeah.
again, it's like surreal. It's like the juxtaposition is kind of like what the heck. It's like I mean, it's always kind of surreal, but yeah, really, really great shot.
I could be wrong about this, but if I'm right, this is a genius idea. For that background, it looks like pallets stacked up to kind of because you see there's sort of like a sea of elbows.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah.
idea because I got a bunch of pallets.
Yeah, so do I. I bought some more the other day, and then yeah, that is very, very genius way of using them. So yeah,
Nice.
very, very, very good. I think these are. I'm trying to see what those are in the back there. They look like totes, like mini, like 1/12 scale tote, like tubs. Huh?
Yeah, like a drum, an oil drum.
Yeah,
Or something.
something like. Oh, you know what? Yeah, maybe an oil drum. Yeah. Oh, there's the man right there. There's Mike. Yeah. So they are pallets.
Dude,
so there you go.
Clever, very clever.
Yep. Very awesome idea. Very good. Nah, that's a good shot. And the red hood. And again, the accessories, man. It's like that's. I mean, once you get your lighting on point, which he has, then you can start painting the scene. That's why I always tell people, like, just focus on lining your figure first. I mean that's number one, and then because a lot of times people just kind of like want to put stuff all out there, and it's the lines all over the place, and nothing's really kind of drawing your eye to the actual subject. But once you get it on point, then it kind of just develops, you know, and you know around the character. And again, telling a cool story again. I like it because he does. Oh, and this was this actually made this was in the photo for the top 10. So
nice.
Yeah, very very good. But yeah, very very cool shot. Great lighting, great setup. Yeah, just keeps knocking out of the park.
Is that another cat he has in the back?
Yeah, that's another cat. Yeah,
This guy loves cats.
Yep. Yeah, Mike, where you getting all these cats from, man? Because that's like.
Yeah,
They're good. They're awesome. But again, they just add they're really good background fodder, especially when you're doing street scenes like this. Because I mean, there's going to be cats all over the place.
I will say I like that he achieved the motion vibe, but doing a straightforward shot and not doing a Dutch angle. So I will give. I got to point that out. That's very dope. Very very.
Oh yeah, his posing is on point. I mean, to get this.
Personally, I would have shifted it a little bit to get that type of to ensure that type of motion in the picture. But he was able to capture it just a straight, kind of like straightforward shot frame. So that's very dope. I like it.
So Mike says yes, they are from the dollar store.
Dang, I gotta get those.
I know. I gotta go this week and look at them. But yeah, like you said, KT. I mean, like the posing, the motion. Now I know when I try and get this kind of walking pose, man, I can't get my figure to stand for nothing. It doesn't matter what figure it is. I mean, they're going to topple over. So I normally have to use wire. So, I mean, if he was able to just do this, like just let it, you know, without any kind of manipulation, dude, hats off, because that's always tough for me. I can never get them in a good walking pose. I either have to like not shoot them at the feet and kind of put them on a stand and kind of just like cut the feet off, or kind of use like a wire or something to kind of get them, you know, to prop up. So yeah, definitely impressive. And then this last one. So I shot the Red Hood, the Mask of the Red Death, and I was like, man, I went. He's very, very hard to shoot. I mean, in some points, because it's just the red, and then it kind of like really contrasts us. But I mean, very, very cool shot. Very, very nice. And this was actually one when we collab with. So this was
Nice.
I think you selected it because I think you like the dark and evil stuff, KT. This is probably one of the ones you hit the collab for because
Of course.
you like the dark stuff. But no, awesome shot.
Good stuff.
So yeah, that is Mancell 472. Let me put him in the chat. Everyone go check him out. He is our feature for the week.
And then we have one final announcement for people who don't know. So this week we have a crossover collab with Toy Mercs, the other toy page. So what we're doing is that we're offering people to collab with both our pages at the same time, so that way their reach is doubled, its efforts and stuff. And that way we can kind of celebrate because people have been inviting both our pages to collab, but we just wanted to make it to an official week long event from April 29th to May 3rd, just so people are more aware of it, and that way we hopefully help more individuals spread their artwork. But yeah. So with that said, thank you everyone for joining this week's episode of Geeked Out Live. Tune in next week. I believe we're starting at 7 p.m. next week, correct?
I think we're going. We should be going for 2 hours, so you'll get 2 hours, double the fun next week.
Yeah. So starting next week. So it won't be next week. It won't be 8 p.m. It will be 7 p.m. Eastern time. So and will be 2 hours long to cover more ground. So please be on the lookout for our announcements, and I'll see you guys next week. Take care.
Cool.
Take care, everybody.
Peace.